Yep, this is me, Larry Cochran again, with economic outlook for actually December 28th, 2010. I'm on my way to work, as you can see. Got to keep my eyes on the road, of course, making sure I'm not causing any accidents, but we do have technology, which means that I can kind of do a couple of things at the same time, as you can see. Well, the job outlook is looking pretty good in my eyes. It's not as far as people getting jobs. Again, I'm going to hold fast to my original prediction that it's going to be hard for some people to get jobs. A lot of those manufacturing jobs are not coming back simply because a lot of companies have went automated, so you got to look out for that. And I do want to talk about Jim Cramer last night. Jim Cramer actually started talking about the ABCs of investing, and I like his approach simply because the reality is a lot of the investing jargon is just that. It's jargon. It's like lingo. Like every company has its own acronyms and things like that, and it's its own secret language. Not necessarily that they're trying to keep people out, but the reality is investing is not as easy or as hard as some people make it out to be. It really depends on the individual. For some people, they're going to be really good at it, and they're going to understand the terms like PEG and PE ratios and and things like that. Returns on investment. They're going to understand those terms. For others, you're going to have to go to school like I did. I had to go to school to learn that stuff. I didn't learn it just because someone said it. I went to school for it, and I began to learn how to apply it. Hopefully, with a better outlook in life and everything like that, I'll be able to gain more money so I can invest more, so that I won't have to work for the rest of my life, of course. I watched the debt crisis that was on CNBC as well last night, as well as a couple of other things that I do want to comment on. The debt crisis thing that they talked about was very interesting about the school debt. Unfortunately, there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be underwater as far as school debt is concerned. But again, I would not deter anyone from going to school and getting education. Again, as I said in one of my previous posts, I talked about that, whereas we have to learn how to realize our own potential and do what's best for us, understanding that there are costs associated with everything. There are a lot of unintended consequences that go along with everything as well. So you want to be careful as to whether you jump on the bandwagon against going to college or going to any trade school, or whether you jump on the bandwagon for it. You want to educate yourself both ways. You want to give yourself as many options as possible. I've also looked into the option of expanding. I've expanded the website and put up the new Cochran Enterprise website. Also, the public speaking part of the website, where I'm really trying to talk about going out and putting out some information that is viable to a lot of people, but unfortunately the public speaking industry is very, very, very tight. I'm still looking into event planning but corporate event planning. I don't want to deal with small weddings and birthday parties type stuff. I mean, you can make some good money there, but I'm looking long term. I'm looking for growth. I'm looking for potential and big time profits. I'm an investment minded person, so I'm always looking toward the opportunity of making the greatest amount of money, the greatest amount of impact on my bottom line. So I'm going to probably look into corporate planning, conventions, and things like that as far as the event planning is concerned. I do want to continue the training and educational part of Cochran Enterprise Consulting Services, management, strategic planning, and of course the public speaking. I love going out and sharing what I've learned, sharing what I've read, and sharing what I've come across. I'm reading. I'm doing a lot of groundwork in that area as well. I've been writing profusely in different areas. I have a lot of journals that I hope one day will be published. I'm setting some things up for my family, even looking into options that I never would have looked into before because I'm a Christian. I would have looked into things like life insurance before, but now I'm looking at even life insurance as being something that protects wealth, protects longevity, protects your family, and I'm looking at those things, really taking a deeper look into how investments really work and how I can further increase my family's net worth so that we can be taken care of, so that when I do decide to retire, I can stay retired, because I don't plan on going back into the workforce after I'm retired. except for the fact of sharing my knowledge with other individuals and possibly teaching long term, because that's something that I'm not necessarily doing just for the money. I'm doing it because I really like sharing my knowledge and information with others. Also, the outlook is really, as far as the overall economy is concerned, it is really looking up for companies that have made the changes. It is also looking up for companies that are willing to learn how to adapt to the ever-changing environment. So even in my endeavor to end the business, I've adapted a new, what's called an adaptive mission statement that adapts to the trends and the terms and everything that's going on, so that it doesn't stay stagnant, but rather it adopts or evolves over time. Now, my vision for the company is going to stay the same. The vision is what it is. I don't want to change that. So if you want to see that, you can look up cecsinc.webs.com. Again, it's cecS.webs.com, and you'll see what that vision statement is. I'm looking to further utilize LinkedIn.com, further use PartnerUp and other opportunities like that. Solo gig. I'm really getting hip on a lot of the websites and trying to see how I can utilize that to further my potential as far as the workforce is concerned. I continue to tweak and change my resume as opportunities evolve. You need to make sure you evolve with your presentation of who you are. You want to make sure that people know exactly who you are and what you're trying to do. Otherwise, you'll run into some problems. So that's pretty much what it's looking like right now. So that's Economic Outlook, December 28, 2010. I look forward to seeing you guys again in the future. I apologize because I am on the move. Later.